Hey guys, Lana Scott Lighthouse. So we're going to make our protection powder. And I got some incense for clearing our space. Now this has frankincense and myrrh in it, so you can see how smoky it gets. And in this small space, so I got my window open. Okay. And I've got my herbs out here of what we're going to use. And the container I'm going to mix it all in. And the container I'm going to use to sprinkle it for around my property. It's this empty garlic jar here. It says garlic salt, but we're going to use it as a sprinkler because it's big and we can mix as much as we want. It has a sprinkle lid on it, right? And it has a top on it. So, I also want to introduce this book to you guys. And this is Scott Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs. And he's got all the herbs in here, from the wild ones to the ones you have on your table. I mean, from A to Z, just about. I mean, he's got everything from starting out with asters, aloha, aloe. He's got all kind of, and I've had this book a long time, guys. I write in my books. And everything to yarrow, yellow primrose. And he's got all kind of charts and graphs. A lot of magical people use this book, and others, because he gives you a lot of different meanings in here for the herbs and stuff, okay? So for this protection powder, our base is going to be about 1 cup of salt. That is going to be our base. Now, I decided to use only herbs that you would have in your kitchen cupboard, okay? This one's in a jar of my own. Rosemary. And because rosemary is a hard little petal, I used my mortar and pestle to chop it up first. Okay. And I'm using one tablespoon. I already got my tablespoon out, okay, of every herb. And I've already ground up the, I don't know how well y'all can see that, because again, I just don't have a lot of light in here. The rosemary is all ground up, and we're going to go ahead and pour that in there. Now, rosemary is good for, and I wrote everything down for you guys, rosemary is good for protection, love, mental powers, and purification. It can be used in place of frankincense. Okay? And then, again, using something from our own house. Uh-oh. And, of course, I had to spill some, right? Because I have no way to hold my phone up, guys. I broke my light a while back. But I'm going to get another one eventually. So this is onion. So we're going to use a tablespoon of each one of these herbs. Here's some onion in the container. This is what we're going to mix it in, guys, because I have a lid for this. Onion is good for protection, healing, and exorcism. Now, in this instance, it doesn't mean exorcism of demons, so I don't want nobody thinking that. Exorcism means to repel, to push away negative energies. Like maybe you have a neighbor that comes over at the worst times, you know. Maybe this will help get them to not come around quite as much. Of course, it all depends on your intention. My intention with this powder is going to be to make it for general protection. Okay, things that go bump in the night, you know, somebody sniffing around your house when you're not home, whatever the case may be, okay? We're also going to do garlic. Garlic is good for protection, healing, and anti-theft. So garlic is actually, besides being good for you, is really good to help keep someone that might be eyeballing your house while you're not home, okay? Again, everything's with your intent, folks. So we're going to do about a tablespoon of this garlic for protection, healing, and anti-theft. And guys, the rosemary, usually what you do is as you pour it into the container, you're going to say what it's good for. This rosemary is good for protection, love, mental powers, purification. Salt is a general good thing for banishing, protection, pushing away negative energies, those kind of things. Okay? I'll clean that up later. And then we're also going to do cinnamon. Cinnamon is good for spirituality, healing, success, protection, and also psychic abilities. So we're going to put about a tablespoon of that in here. Again, these are all herbs you can buy from the regular grocery store, guys. I'm going to go ahead and close these up, since I tend to be a mess maker anyway. That's just me and just the way I was built. Now, a lot of times you would do these in herbs of 3, 5, 7, or 9. Odd numbers. The last one I'm going to use, herb number 5, is going to be clove. The salt's just going to be a base, guys. So we got some ground up cloves here. And cloves are good for protection, purification, and repelling unwanted energies. So that's what the intent is with this one. So we're just going to put a tablespoon of that in here. Now, like I said, guys, you can use, you know, any of these herbs in a combination of 3 of them, 5 of them, 7 of them, 9 of them. I also would like to let y'all see that I also have some ginger here. Black pepper. The only reason why I'm not using the black pepper or the cayenne pepper is because I am going to sprinkle a little bit of this in the house. So if you have cats, especially cats and dogs that lick themselves, you want to be real careful with the peppers, guys, and go light on the inside. You can go heavier on the outside as long as you just be aware of where your animals are, because you don't want to, you know, you don't want them to step in it and then they get it in their face or something like that. So you just want to be careful where you sprinkle it at. Okay? And make sure this is going to stand up before I let it go. So, guys, this is just what I'm going to mix it in. And once you mix this up, you can say something to charge it, like, I charge this magical powder in the name of, and you can say what, Spirit. If you're a Christian, you can say, I charge this in the name of Jesus. I don't think Jesus is going to mind a bit, folks, but that's, of course, entirely up to you. I just like to say Spirit. I charge this energy, this powder, magical powder, in the name of Spirit or your deity for protection, anti-theft, purification, magical herbs. Please keep my space, my property protected whenever, regardless if I'm home or not home. I charge this magical powder in the name of Spirit to keep my home safe and protected, regardless if I'm home or not, from anything seen or unseen. And so it is. Or you can say, so mote it be. Or you can say, in the name of Jesus, your favorite deity. For me, I like to use Spirit. In the name of Spirit, I charge this magical powder to keep my home safe. By the power of 3, so mote it be. I seal this working with the Eagle Arm Cross. That seals it. In sacred breath, I just breathe a little air into it to make it mine. And now that it's mixed, I'm going to pour it in here. And folks, that is a simple but effective protection powder you can use to sprinkle around your property, a little bit around your house, a little bit around your car, to keep it safe from things seen and unseen. 2-legged, 4-legged. I'm just going to put this lid on it, because later on I'm going to go sprinkle some around my house. But folks, that's about as simple as you're going to get. Of course, you can use just 3 of those herbs with just a smaller amount of salt. And I think I have enough here to sprinkle all the way around my camper. Maybe put a few pinches in my car. And I'm just using everything I have right here. You know, I save my containers from the herbs I buy in the grocery store. And the other day we needed one of these gallon, a bigger size jar, but I still had mayonnaise in this one, guys. But I can use that to mix with. And all of this is stuff you can get from the grocery stores. Okay? So if that interests you, I hope that could help someone. If you've maybe had, you know, a nosy neighbor, or you've had somebody that just moved in down the street, seems kind of creepy to you, and they kind of freak you out because every time you look at them, they're looking at you, you know, that kind of stuff. Or if something goes bang in the night and you're not really sure, you know, where it is or what it is, or the neighborhood kids are just, you know, there's like a couple of them that are just deciding they're going to go around and egg everybody's house. You know how kids are, you know. So you can sprinkle this around your property, and it's safe, folks. And you can make it in different amounts. You could use, even if you wanted to, just a fourth. If you wanted to just do a little bit in your house, you could do maybe a fourth of a cup of salt, and then say maybe a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of each herb. You know, usually with the other herbs, all of them you use an equal amount of them. I probably used a little bit too much salt, but I was just trying to show y'all how you could do it, okay? And I used a tablespoon of each herb. You could do a lot smaller. Like I said, you could do a fourth a cup of this and a teaspoon each of each one of these herbs. And, you know, you have others that you can choose from. So if anyone found this useful, like, subscribe, and share. And I'm going to do a few things like this along the way, folks, because I feel like protection and healing and spirituality is something that with the veil between the worlds getting thin, and with other things going on in the universe, I just feel like right now is a really good idea to do some little home protection. You could also take some of this stuff and boil it in some water, and then let the boiled water cool off. Pour into a little spray bottle, like those little dollar spray bottles you can get from Dollar General or either Dollar Tree. And then if you wanted, because you were concerned about the animals, you could spritz it around like your doors and your windows, your front door, your back door, around your windows, you know. You could sprinkle it inside around your car. There's a lot of different ways, guys. So I hope this helps someone. And until next time, Lana Scott Lighthouse Protection Powder.